All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's bi-weekly webinar from Gentian Financial. I am Ken Flannery. We're going to have a host of people here today, which is going to be fun. We're going to talk about the markets. We'll talk about planning. We'll talk about things that are happening at Gentian Financial. We'll talk about Ashley's acumen. But first, as you all know, we like to go big right away. Beginning gratitude. We woke up with an attitude of gratitude today here at Gentian. We like to share our go big with you. So I'll go first here, then we'll hand it over to Peter and Ashley, and like to hear what's their go big is, beginning in gratitude. So mine this last weekend on Sunday, I got to go down to Indiana with one of my good friends. His name is he's going through a situation with medical treatments right now. And so there was a fundraiser down in Indiana where he is from originally. And so some of his old friends that he grew up with in middle school and high school put a fundraiser on for him. So we got to raise money for his treatments that aren't covered by insurance. So it was a great day to celebrate with him, spend the day together, and just really appreciate life together at that point in time. So that's my gratitude for this weekend. Peter, how about you?
Thanks, Ken. Good morning, everybody. I'm grateful for Nick Murray, actually. So at the end of last week, the team was able to attend Nick Murray's Behavioral Investment Counseling Conference virtually from the office together. And as many of you know, we send out his Clients Corner every month. And it was just a very good refresher for the base of the planning discussions that we have with you and the rest of our clients, and a very good refresher to really hammer home what's most important for us and for you. So I think it was really good for us to get to do that as a team, to have some of the newer members listen to that. So I'm just grateful for Nick and also all the other education opportunities that the team has to better serve you. I will pass it back to you, Ken.
Thank you very much, Peter. Yeah, Nick Murray's been a great coach for us for a long time. He's got great perspective, and it really puts things in perspective on what's important, like you mentioned there. So thank you for bringing that up. We appreciate that. Ashley, how about you? What are you grateful for?
Oh, thank you, Ken, and thank you for joining us today. I am grateful for our team, their adaptability, their quick reaction and response time, and I'm just grateful to be surrounded by people that are intuitive and can get things done.
Absolutely, Ashley. Thank you very much. I know you're talking about Lisa and Peter with that one, for sure on that one. So appreciate that piece there. Yes, our team is very adaptable, and we love our clients, and we like to do what we do for them. So we appreciate that. Lisa, are you there? I see you're kind of there. You are there. I like that. So Lisa, what would you like to say about your going big and beginning gratitude?
Oh my gosh, just this, I guess, I unfortunately I wasn't on when others were saying, so I don't know whether I'm repeating people, but just the start of this fall season, I think it's great. Just looking forward to what's coming up in this latter part of the year. And also I did want to kind of join what Chris would normally be on here, and that I was at a recent wedding for Brad's family, who is my partner, and it was very emotional, and even the cake was in tears.
Good one, Lisa. Way to kick it off. We appreciate your jokes this morning. We definitely like that. That's always a good one. So is that a mom joke instead of a dad joke? Is that a mom joke? Yeah.
Exactly.
I like it.
Yes.
I like it. Well, I appreciate that. So very good. Well, that's fantastic. So what we normally do here is we'll go through a few pieces with the markets. We'll talk about what the team is actually up to. We have a lot of learning going on this week, which is really nice. I'd like to share a couple pieces with you on that, just to let you know what we're doing when we're not meeting with you, just to give you a little idea there. Like I said, we'll also talk about this conflict in Israel that everyone knows about by watching the news. The Federal Reserve has some decisions coming up in November, December about interest rates. So we'll talk about that piece as well. And then we'll get into some planning topics. But before we do that, we usually save the best for the last, which is Ashley's acumen, but we are going to bring her on earlier. And I'd like to hear what Ashley has to say about a few things about money and saving and tips like that.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ken. So last time I shared some options on how to save money on your homeowner's insurance. Today, I would like to hit on car insurance. So ways to save, but stay fully covered. So bundle, bundle, bundle. We said it last time. And I'm going to say it again this time. If you haven't already bundled your homeowner's insurance and your car insurance, please do so. It's a great way to save a lot of money. If you're car shopping, for instance, consider the options and the features that your vehicle has. Before you even buy a vehicle, you can consult with your insurance company to see how much more or possibly even less that car could be to insure. Obviously, more expensive cars, foreign cars, can be more expensive on your insurance policy, as well as, of course, to maintain and fix. Review your current policy. I fall guilty to it too. If you've had the same policy for a couple of years or maybe even a few years, it's time to review it. If you've maybe recently retired, if your marital status has changed, if you've recently bought a home, any life changes, please make sure to consult or let your insurance company know. Those are possible options to save money. So definitely take a look at your policy, review it, get quotes on possibly new companies, ask for comparisons. Don't be afraid to do those things, especially every other year. Taking a defensive driving course is actually an option to lower your insurance rate if you have not already heard this. So definitely consider, there's a lot of defensive driving options online, so take a look at that. Explore payment options. If you possibly pay monthly, you could possibly pay quarterly or maybe even a one-time full payment. Yes, it can be a little bit pricey, but it's definitely can save you some money. Insurance companies offer a lot of discounts if you pay your policy upfront every year. Maintaining a good driving record, of course, we all know that can save us some money on our insurance. Again, comparing that auto insurance quotes with multiple companies. Don't be afraid to, again, ask your agent to give you some comparison quotes. Discounts that you may qualify, maybe that you're not receiving, especially for veterans, military, those are all qualifying expenses if you don't already have them on your policy. And increasing your deductible. If your current deductible is $500 and you increase it to $1,000 on average, per a couple of websites I've read, you can save between 12 and 15%. So that's a big difference on just increasing $500 on your deductible. That's all I have for today, Ken. Back to you.
Fantastic. Ashley's acumen, wonderful. You even have the glasses on today, even look more studious about this acumen. I really appreciate that. I know our clients have mentioned this piece to us a few times now. They love what you're doing there with those bits and pieces of saving money, splurging once in a while too in some categories. So we want to appreciate that as well. So we will have Lisa on the tail end of this with Gentian Happenings, and she also has a couple of pieces to add to that as well. Peter, did you want to say something about bundling? I think that you had a comment about that.
Yeah, thanks, Ken. Just one additional item to think about bundling if you have it is your umbrella policy. A lot of times if you bundle that with your home and auto, that can be a significant discount if you have that as a standalone policy. So that's another item to look into bundling.
Absolutely. You bet. The personal umbrella policy, fantastic planning to have. Something that you probably should match your net worth with the umbrella policy, just a little piece to add there. That's a rule of thumb, if you will, when you look at liability insurance there. So with that being said, fall colors are in full bloom here. Lisa mentioned that before. With Halloween coming up and the holidays coming up, a lot of people like to take some time off, spend some time with families. But with Halloween coming up, why don't mummies take time off? They're afraid to unwind. So there you go. All right, there's a dad joke. Lisa had a mom joke. I had a dad joke. So there we go. We'd like to hear some of your jokes too when we meet with you during our review meetings and planning meetings as well. So fall colors, there's actually a website called travelwisconsin.com. It's phenomenal. It's an app I have. Many of you probably already have it. But they actually show a color report. You log in and you can see county by county how, like if it's 35%, in color right now, if it's full stage, if it's over, you got to wait till next year, depending on that county. But this could be a great time of the year because it almost seems like the farther northern counties aren't as in bloom or in color right now as the southern counties, which is really interesting. It's kind of the opposite way around right now. So remember the good old days where you used to take a drive on a Sunday or something like that? Maybe now is a time to take a drive on a Sunday to see some of the beautiful color. For those of you who haven't left Wisconsin yet, some of you have already fled Wisconsin for warmer warmer temperatures, but those who are sticking around are still here. Maybe a great time to take a drive. The team is learning a lot this week right now. So Chris right now is spending time with other leading advisors from Raymond James, spending some time with top level management to see the direction of Raymond James, what's kind of unfolding, what's coming down the pipeline, if you will, from a technology standpoint, a security standpoint. That's always a big topic as well. So Chris is with the leaders right now, learning some new ideas. If there's anything we can implement in our practice to make your experience better and safer, that's something that we're looking at right now as well. Mike and Ryan are actually with the APFA group, which is another coaching group that we're part of, which stands for Academy of Preferred Financial Advisors. This is a great program where we learn efficiencies inside of our practice. Not something you probably see every day, but it's something that we work on to say, okay, what can we do internally to make your experience and your planning and your outcome even better than maybe it is already. So that's something we're always working on right now. We also have Michael Birschbach and Zach DeBoer with our Empowered Wealth group. That's also another coaching group we're part of. Empowered Wealth, and really to make this simple, is what do you value more than money is the question that really stems from Empowered Wealth, and to really get to the root of who you are, what your experiences are, and basically what do you value more than money, and what you trade for more money. Those are our core assets, if you will, that really make who we are, what we're all about, really what the planning is for at the end of it all too. So we have a great week of learning right now, which is fantastic. We like to see that. And with that being said, I'm going to bring on Peter, and Peter is going to he's actually going to take over Zach's facts right now. So Peter, would you like to enlighten us about the markets and other pieces that you may have?
Thanks, Ken. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm going to actually quickly jump through Zach's facts. I'm going to touch on Mike's minute and share a few other ideas with you before I kick it back over to Ken. So I know Zach likes to touch on the markets and how they're doing this year. So if we look at market close yesterday, the S&P 500 was up just over 13% year to date. The NASDAQ was up almost 30% year to date, about 29.5. The Dow was up just under 2%. And then if we look at the fixed income market, that is about flat for the year. And then emerging markets, another diversifier that I have in the portfolio, is up about 12% this year. So that shows you a little bit of the differences in the asset classes and what we've seen through the first 9 months of the year heading into the last quarter. A couple of dates, and I know Lisa's going to go through the happenings later, but I want to touch on a couple that I don't think made her list in the bulletin. But as a reminder, October 1st started student loan repayments that were in forbearance for the last few years. So that's a big change for a lot of your kids, your grandkids, people that you know. I know Mike touches on that a lot, and he's really our student loan expert in-house. So if you have any questions about that, please feel free to reach out to us. We want to be a very good resource for you or anyone that you know that has questions in regards to that. Additionally, we're heading into year end, which means it's almost capital gain season. We will have estimates from our fund companies. They usually start rolling in the next couple of weeks, but early November, we'll really have a good picture of what year end looks like from a distribution standpoint. And then we'll take a look at your accounts and send that information over and see if there's any year-end tax planning items that we can discuss. On top of that, October happens to be Cybersecurity Awareness Month. So hopefully you saw in the bulletin, we do have our fall forums coming up at the 23rd and 24th, I believe, or 24th and 25th. Will be in Appleton and in Blue Mound. We do have Jessica Rice from the Raymond James cybersecurity team joining us. So she's going to go over a lot of things that you can do to protect yourself from potential cybersecurity risks, also what Raymond James is doing from a company level and a client level. So that will be really good information. We will be recording that session if you're unable to attend one of them. But there were two items that I wanted to touch on before I send it back to Ken that I know Jessica will go into greater detail on. One of the first ways that's easiest to protect your information is the length of password that you have and not reusing the same password. And I know it sounds tedious, right? What some sites make you use or using multiple, but there are some apps that can help you save your password information so you don't have to remember what password you used where. And then I actually want to share this nice chart that we have where it actually shows, dependent upon the length of your password, that's how long it would take someone to hack into your account. So you can see the longer or the more number of characters you use, and if you use uppercase, lowercase, numbers, symbols, how long it would actually take someone to potentially crack that password. So again, sounds tedious. There are tools out there to help you. The other tool that you can use is anyone that offers dual authentication, turn that on. So what that is once you enter your password, it's going to ask you if you want to receive an email, a phone call, or a text message with a code to type in, so that you're putting in both your password and a code from a device that's on your person. So that has to be you in order to access the account. I do have a screenshot here to show you this is what the Raymond James dual authentication page looks like. So I took a screenshot of mine this morning. What it did is it asked, do I want to use my cell phone number? Do I want to text, or do I want them to call me? And then do I want them to remember this device? If it's your personal computer, you can go ahead and click that. And then for the next 30 days, typically you won't have to do dual authentication. If you're on a public device, that's something that you don't want to click. But those are the two biggest things that you can easily do to help protect yourself against any possible cybersecurity threats. So, Ken, that's all I have for now. So I'm going to kick it back to you.
Peter, that was fantastic. That was loaded with information. We do take your security very seriously here at Raymond James. We take it very serious, and we can't wait to roll out Patricia Rice and to hear what she has to say about. Is it Jessica Rice? I think it's Jessica Rice. Yeah. To see what she has to say about this, because it really is phenomenal about how many emails actually come into Raymond James and actually how many just make it through. It's very small, but there's billions of emails that come in constantly, and only a few make it out to us actually as advisors. So Raymond James is doing a great job with the security. Again, we take it very seriously locally here too as well. So thank you, Peter. We appreciate that. When you take a look at the markets right now, there's headlines all over the place, very serious ones. The conflict in Israel, the Fed decision has to make on interest rates coming up, like I said, in November, December, to see if they're going to pause with the rates. Are they going to increase them? Are they going to decrease them? There's some speculation built around that. Are we in a recession? That's a great question, isn't it? That question's been looming around for almost 2.5 to 3 years right now, and no one really has an idea if we're in a recession or not, which is pretty interesting to me. I guess we'll know it when we go forward here, when we look back to see if we actually were in a recession or not. Electric vehicle shifts, elections coming up, solar shifts. There's a lot of moving pieces right now in the markets. We've built your financial plan for times like these. These times feel uncertain. When I talk to people, when I talk to you, just when I'm in the community, I feel like there's a little bit of a negative sentiment going on right now. There is caution, there's concern right now. So again, we've built your financial plan and investment plan for income for times like these. We have pieces set aside for you that will help us draw from if we need to, if the markets are temporarily down. And so we've already thought about this for you. And if you have concerns about the markets, please call us. Because when we take a look at this, maybe an analogy would be like whitewater rafting. Some of you have done it. Some of you say it's pretty fun. There's class 1 rapids, there's class 5 rapids, which are pretty serious. But the point of it is we built the raft together. We're in that raft right now. If you stay in the raft, there's a really good chance that you make it through all the turbulence and come up to the serene part of the river where it's calm and beautiful. That's what we're shooting for here. If you jump out of your raft, there is a chance you do not make it down the river. There's a higher chance you don't make it down the river. So again, our goal for you, with the analogy of whitewater rafting here, is stay in your raft, please. You have wonderful companies. You own some of the best companies in the world. These companies will make it through tough times, good times. They'll really accelerate what needs to be done from a standpoint like that. Have that faith, patience, and discipline, my friends. It's what it takes. It's not for the faint of heart. If you've already been through 2 or 3 corrections like this, that we're maybe in one right now, you know what it feels like. It feels uncomfortable, but when you stay in the raft, you know what happens after that. And that's perspective that some of you have by being retired for 15, 20, 25, maybe even 30 years at this point in time. So again, we've built your plan for this. Be aware right now, though, of product salespeople. When the markets go down, that tends to bring some fear in people. And there are solutions that sound really good temporarily to say, hey, we can eliminate the downside, yet you still get some of the upside. That all sounds great when you're talking to somebody, but longer term, be careful of those. They do have a place in some people's scenarios, but really be careful of what that means longer term and what you may be giving up, given the idea of fear-based type of products that are out there. So just be aware of them. What I'd like to do right now is owning great companies. I want to give you guys a little sample right now. I'm gonna actually try to draw in front of you right now, which will be interesting. Okay, so bear with me if you can read my chicken scratch here, but I want to make a good point. Now, this is over 50 years or so. This is why we own great companies, and this is how we combat inflation is really what I'm going to show you right now. So when you take a look at this, 1972, okay, we're going back about 51 years. We have today. I know it's a long time frame, okay, but so is investing. Investing is long term. So we have today, and how much are we up during this time frame? I'm gonna demonstrate this. Can everyone see this? Peter, can you see this? Lisa, can you guys see this? Yeah. Okay, good. I'm going to demonstrate the S&P 500. This is where we got the data from, the S&P 500, okay? There's also something called CPI, Core Consumer Price Index. So basically inflation. That's really what that is, okay? So we take a look at this piece. Back in 1972, the index, believe this or not, I'm not going to miss a digit here, was 118. That's what the index was at as far as the price go. Today, as of this morning, I looked, it's about 4,400, okay? That's up around 35 times, actually 37 times, but I'm gonna make it conservative and go 35 times up. It's amazing, you guys. That's amazing. If we extrapolate that for the next 50 years, the S&P 500 could be at 154,000 for an index. Imagine that. Why wouldn't we invest today if that's gonna happen? We don't know that. The future is completely unknown. But if we just use some data here to take a look at the forward looking of that, that's what we could extrapolate from it. Consumer price index, the inflation rate that's out there, was at 42 back in 1972. Today, it's at 300. That is a 7 times increase in the cost of things going up, is really what that means. Why do we own great companies? Why do we tell you to stay in the raft as much as we possibly can? Because we know that great companies will most likely exceed. History shows us that it will exceed the cost of items going up that we have to pay for in our everyday lives. And we can use those payments to pay for with our investments if we own the right companies and the great companies over time. So I wanted to share that piece with you, if that's okay with you. Hopefully that made sense. I can't get really any feedback right now because it's a one-way meeting right now, but hopefully that can provide some light for you guys there. So with that being said, I'm actually going to bring Lisa on. We're going to kind of switch it up a little bit here. We're going to bring Lisa on for some Gentian happenings to see what's going on here at Gentian in the month of October and going forward. Lisa, can you let us know what's going on here at Gentian and how we can look forward to seeing and when we can see our clients? Not ready yet?
Hi, yes. Yep. I'm ready. I actually just want to, before we go into our happenings, just want to mention, and I'm just going to share the screen here. As you can see, a lot of our clients do have client access, and Raymond James did just notify us that they did change the server of which the client access can be accessed. So we had a couple of clients that must have saved it to their bookmarks or their favorites and then just clicked on that, so then it wasn't working. So as you can see here, this is the new client access login. If you do go to our Gentian webpage, you can click on that and it will get you in the same way. But if you have saved anything to your bookmarks or favorites in your desktop or laptop or wherever, you can just delete that and then create this new one, and that will get you into the new client access page. Maybe clear your history and your cache and any of that, so it doesn't automatically pull up that old link. So that's the new client access login. So I just wanted to reiterate that. And then also coming up with Gentian, as you all know, today is the Gentian bi-weekly update. And then next Wednesday. We have the October birthday club on the 18th. So we've had a few RSVPs, but we've still got lots of spaces. I know the fall and the winter tends to dapper off with people coming in, but please sign up if you have an October birthday. Sorry, Ashley's just telling me to end my sharing. So I've got pages all over, actually. So how do I end my sharing? So let's go. Well, I guess you can just see that for now. Can you not see me then? Is that correct? Can you guys see me?
Lisa, on the top, there could be a red button that says stop sharing potentially.
Ashley's coming up to help me. Do we need? There you go. There we go. Okay, thank you, Ashley. Okay, so again, yes, the birthday lunch, so hopefully we'll get lots of clients attending. And then, as Peter said, we have the forums coming up with the technology and I'm totally losing it today. So I'm not good at many things. I'm good at sleeping because I can do that with my eyes closed, but this I can't seem to do. So Wednesday is the Milwaukee Forum Day with all of the technology and everything. And then Tuesday we have the Appleton Day. November the 1st, we are having our Ladies and Gentian, and we are discussing investing in connections. So if you haven't signed up for that, ladies, please sign up. That is on our happenings and our emails that come out. So we would love to have you all join that. And then going into, even though our October birthday club is next week, we have our November a little bit sooner. It's on November the 8th. So that'll be coming up for all you November birthdays. So we would like you to sign up on that. And again, you can sign up on the bulletin and the emails that come out. So I'm going to go into December the 9th, we have our movie screening. We have a private screening of a movie at the Marcus North Shore screening for all of you who want to take your grandkids, your kids, you're all welcome. So again, we will be sending the movie out when we get that. That's about it. I think I've gone to nearly the end of the year there, Ken. So.
Lisa, thank you very much. And it seems that Lisa's also going to be learning something this week. We're going to send her to a Zoom class maybe on how to share maybe. No, I'm just joking. Give me a hard time, Lisa. We love you. We know that you know that. So.
Oh, yeah, I don't care.
And also, she was supposed to be briefing us on Gentian Happens. We might have to brief her on Gentian Happens maybe too. No, I'm just joking. But no, thank you very much. We love seeing you guys at these events. The birthday clubs are wonderful. If you can carve out an hour and a half of your time, for one of these days and your birthday lands in it, we love spending time with you. We love hearing your stories. We love to hear what you're up to as well. So of course, right now there's planning to be done right now. Anytime there's market uncertainty, we take the offensive approach to that. Again, it's how you feel. The markets can make us feel a certain way, and that's okay to feel the way you're feeling. It's one thing to act upon that feeling on your financial plan versus drawing a line somewhere. That's where we will help you out. If you're if you're new to this, if you're newer to retirement, this may be a little bit of an uneasy time for you. We understand that piece. We've been here before. Those who've been retired for us for a while, you probably are used to this. But those who are newer, this is an uneasy feeling sometimes. If you're worried about it, call us. We'll help you through it. We'll make sure you understand why we're doing what we're doing, so you can have ultimately a wonderful retirement and a comfortable retirement that you've always planned for and always hoped for. We are here for you, big or small, when it comes to that. Required minimum distribution planning. Most of you guys know, if you probably have one, we've talked to you about that one. Has to be out by the end of the year, so we'll be talking to you about that if we haven't already. Charitable giving, let us know. I mean, there's so many different ways we can do it through your IRA if you're a certain age, appreciated stock if you have that, cash, donor advised funds. There's lots of ways we can give if you're feeling that way right now. Let us know. We'll find out the best solution for your scenario and how to optimize that from a tax standpoint as well, to bring in your tax accountant or bring up some tax ideas. Roth conversion planning, moving IRA money to Roth money. That's really what that means. Great opportunity when the markets go down. If it makes sense for your scenario, we'll bring it to your attention, because you always want to convert, not always, but if you can convert during the markets when they're contracting temporarily, that's a perfect time to do a conversion. Those who have done those in those time frames look back and say, yep, that was a really wonderful idea that we executed there. So just want to let you guys know we're here for you, big or small. We appreciate you. We want to say thank you for being a client of ours here at Gentian Financial. We love spending time with you. We love planning with you and ultimately helping you to a wonderful retirement and beyond. So we're Plan It, Live It, Give It here at Gentian Financial, our headquarters here in Mequon, Wisconsin. We appreciate you. We appreciate the introductions that you've given to us, family, friends, people that you care about. We care about that very much so. We'll take great care of them. And we want to say thank you very much from the bottom of our hearts. We appreciate you. Have a great day. Have a great couple weeks. Enjoy the holidays. Get your costumes out pretty soon. And we'll see you in 2 weeks. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.